Hello everybody, welcome back to Redden's Kitchen. It's been a while between drinks for us, so we're looking forward today to making you a roasted tomato and capsicum soup. I've never made it before, looking to it very much. In case you can't tell, the Giants beat the Swans last night by 40 odd points at Spotless. Fantastic win. Hello to my friends at the Giants, in particular Kath and Seb, Scott, Ben, all the guys in the cheer squad, Paula, everybody. Fantastic win, great stuff. And Ben Mitchell over there in England, I know you're watching your beloved Swans, mate. Fantastic to see the Swans get smashed by my beloved Giants. We're going to make for you today, as I said, the roasted tomato and capsicum soup. Marilee's going to pan over here nice and slowly, and we'll go over to our food. Okay, so we've got, down here, Marilee, we'll go right to left. We've got some basil, parsley and shallots from our garden, just a bit of extra dried basil because we don't have enough yet of the basil. Some salt and pepper, that's a tablespoon of sugar, Mez. Then you can see extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, some chili capsicum salsa, which I'm going to throw in lieu of tomato paste. Salt reduced chicken stock, please see there that it is salt reduced, okay? And then over to our vegetables, we've got onions, capsicum, a couple of different types of spuds, some truss tomatoes and some Romo tomatoes that I've started to get prepared for the roasting. I'm not going to pan over because our friends have told us don't pan over too much, so our oven over behind us is 180 degrees and I have the kettle boiled. What I'm going to do now is finish off the preparation of the tomato and the capsicum and come back to you. Okay, I've prepared all of the capsicum and tomatoes. You can see they're all chopped up there. There's quite a lot of food here. I'm intending on making this for a big soup. As usual, this will be taken to work by me to get me through the week. First thing, Marilee, is olive oil. Okay, so a fair drizzle of that. Okay. Should be shy with the olive oil. Get it over everything. You can see there I'm trying to get it over all. Alright, I think that's a pretty good, nice covering. Just to let you know, that's Cobram Estate. It's down in the border country in New South Wales and Victoria, and they make superb extra virgin olive oil. We've been buying that recently. Very happy with it, aren't we, Mez?
Yep.
Okay, the next one is balsamic vinegar. Okay, so balsamic vinegar. Okay, that's a good coverage of that, would you say, Mez?
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing is our tablespoon of sugar, okay?
Sugar takes the acidity out of tomatoes.
Just to let you know how much you learn from cooking, I would never have put sugar in food like this at all, but when people tell you about the acidity and how much sugar can balance it, it's important that you put it in there. Okay, next is some pepper, which I'll grind over. Again, don't be shy. The only thing I'm going to be careful with is the salt. Okay, so there's the pepper, just a little bit of salt, all right, not too much. You can see I'm being real careful with that. Marilee's nodding her head in the background. Okay. Happy with that, Mez?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is now going to come over to the oven. I'm going to put that in the oven, I reckon, for about 55 to 60 minutes to get them fully roasted off, and then we'll do some more work on them. So that's going to go in the oven now. Okay, now we're going to prepare the stock part of this particular dish. So I've chopped up some spuds and the Spanish onion. So first thing in is the Spanish onion. I've got the olive oil on nice and hot here in the pan. I'm sure all of you in the world have done this at some stage, so I'll just show you the start of this, okay? So what I'm going to do is going to get these nice and translucent. You can see they're a rough chop because this will all be blended later on, so no need to worry about doing flash with your chopping. Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute when it's time to add the stock and the spuds and get that boiled up, okay? Okay, so I've got the onions browned off. Here are our spuds, okay? Straight in. And like always, we've got the kettle boiled, so straight in with the spuds. And with no further ado, this is boiling water, so just going to get that, pardon the smoke and steam, just covered. I just want to check that that's just covered. Yeah, that has. I'm going to get that boiling now. Now, once we've boiled that and simmered that down, that's going to take 15 to 20 minutes or so, even though that's not a very big chop of the spuds. Okay, so we'll come back to you when that's all done in about, as I said, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and one final thing in here is 2 full tablespoons of stock. What you won't see on the finished version is that I just had another episode with stock where I had some stock that was a little bit hard. There was a little bit of expletives in there and Marilee's just cackling in the background. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So you thankfully won't see that. keep it jury-rated. Okay, there's the stock in there. Right, love the 2 tablets of the stock. Come back to you in 20 when that's done. Okay, I've just taken out, ladies and gentlemen, the tomatoes and the capsicum out of the oven. You can see that they're beautifully cooked off. They actually smell sensational. I reckon they just smell beautiful. See the colour that we're getting? There's quite a bit of darkness in there, a bit of charcoaliness, which is exactly what you want for a lovely smoky flavour.
It's fogging up my video camera.
That is indeed. And also here's the potatoes and onions that I've cooked off. So what I'm going to do now, and I'll do this off camera, I'm going to go and chop these up, these tomatoes and capsicum up, and then get them in the blender, chop them up, and then get everything together with a stick blender to blend it all through. I may actually put on a touch of hot water as well, just in case I need a little bit more water. I'm going to come back to you shortly. Okay, there's the potatoes and onions and stock mixture that we've cooked off. Touch of boiling water just to give it some liquid. Okay, pop it here. And we pulse. Look at that now, everybody. Sorry, I haven't used this one before, so there we go. That's come up beautifully. If we get this out and just show you all, have a look at that. That's the blend. Okay, I'm going to put that back into the saucepan. Okay, which is here. That's a lovely thick blend. That's exactly perfect, Merrily. That's exactly what I was after for the stock.
That looks like a nice potato soup.
It does indeed. So, Merrily, where would this goes back onto lock, does it? Right there, is that where we go to?
Yep.
Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start transferring the tomato and capsicum into here in a couple of batches.
Might need a spoon for that.
Yeah, I might actually do it over the thing. I'll just do this here. I'm actually going to do it over here. That will make it easier. So, into here. As I said, I'm not going to do that all together, just to make it easier. I'm going to throw in a few herbs with that. And some salt and pepper. And a touch of this capsicum salsa. Okay, there we go. And away we go and pulse again. Just get it to the right spot. And pulsing now. Off for you, shaking this. I'm going to pour that into the saucepan for you to actually see what it looks like. It smells, everyone, unbelievably good. But that's what it looks like when it's blended. Okay, I'm going to put that into the mixture. Okay, that's come out really nicely. Now what I'll do is I'll go through now and now you've seen that, I won't bore you, but I'll put the rest of this in the blender, blend that up, and come back to you to finish off the product. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the entire mixture has been blended. So that's the mixture of the tomatoes, the capsicums, and the potato and onion stock that forms so much taste in this dish. We're going to heat that up for 5 minutes and then it'll be ready for serving. So basically, there is, you can have a look at the colour and the consistency of that. It's a lovely light red colour, okay, with the stock. I chose to put quite a few potatoes and onions in, and that's made the colour a lovely light red. And the smell of it's coming is beautiful, it really is. It's got lots of salt and, well, it's got salt and pepper, a bit of salsa, and it's going to have a bit of zing. Okay, as I said, you can see that, and there's the consistency of it. Have a look at that. That's the consistency I was looking for. That's a lovely soup consistency. It's not too thin and it's not too thick. So that, everybody, that's our roasted tomato and capsicum soup. As I said, I'm going to heat that off for about 5 more minutes and that'll be perfect for serving. Hope you enjoy.